Hey guys, what's up? So I'm gonna show you guys another cool mod today, and this mod is called the GrowthCraft mod for Minecraft 1.6.4. Just a disclaimer, this video is gonna be pretty long because I'm gonna try to go over all of the basics that this mod has to offer. There are some advanced things that I can't really go over that you might have to go to the forum and see how to craft. But anyways, this video is going to be quite long because there's already a lot of things that this mod adds in. It's been in development for a couple of years, so you guys are going to be in for a good one. This mod is a pretty big one, and I love this mod. Anyways guys, let's go ahead and start reviewing this mod. If you guys would happen to find a village out in the middle of nowhere, you might notice that there's a new building that actually has a chimney and a fireplace. Let me turn this off because it's making noises. And it looks like the brewer is gone. This right here is a tavern. Here you're able to trade with villagers and you're able to buy beverages, delicious beverages. So if I come over here, you guys might notice that there's some ferment barrels right here. You guys could open this up and it looks pretty intimidating, but I'm going to show you guys what this is all about very soon. But let's go and find ourselves one of the brewers to trade with. So in this village, there was a bunch of zombies and they're invading this village, but luckily I kept them stored away here under all tight security. As you guys can see, there's double fences here, and there we go. This right here is the new villager that you can't really spawn in using spawn eggs, but let me open this up and close this. So if you guys haven't already seen my last mod review that you could play in Penny Arcade and win a lot of emeralds and stuff, so if you guys have a bunch of emeralds, you guys could come over here and trade with these villagers and they'll trade you some pretty good stuff. So if I right click this villager, you'll see that I'm able to trade him 3 emeralds for 1 ale. You see this, and it's hopped, it's fermented, it's potent, and there's 70% chance of tipsy for 45 seconds, and it also comes with haste too, which is amazing. If I come over here, I could see this guy has some sake, and 65% chance of tipsy, speed for 3 minutes, and jump boost. Oh man, for 2 emeralds? So if I trade, get some sake, I could drink this, and it will give me all of the buffs. It gives me speed, it gives me jump. I could probably jump over this fence. I could jump over the fence. That is crazy, guys. So yeah, this mod adds in a bunch of beverages. And wait a minute, how come the only way to get these beverages is just by trading? Well, you can actually make these beverages, and that's what this mod is all about. You're able to make a bunch of stuff, which we're gonna go over right now. These are just the brewers where you can just do basic tradings and spend your emeralds that you won in the casino. Or what you could do is save your emeralds for later, and you guys can make your very own sake. You can make your very own apple cider. So let's go and start off with apples. So you guys know in Minecraft, the only way to get apples is by punching the leaves and getting very lucky. And sometimes you'll get some apples. Well, in this mod, they added in apple trees, and these right here are the apple trees, and you can see there's apples right here. You can punch them right off, just like so. These apple trees, I'm not entirely sure if they spawn in the wild, but you could probably get lucky and find one, or you could just make your very own apple tree. In order to do so, you have to find a regular apple tree, or you just have to find a regular tree, and you just keep on punching the leaves until you get yourself one normal Minecraft apple, like so. Once you get a normal Minecraft apple, what you need to do is go into your crafting table, place one inside there, and you get yourself the apple core, as if you're eating it. So there we go, I got myself an apple core, and what you do with an apple core is you just simply right click on the floor. So if I come over here and right click on the floor, it instantly turns into an apple sapling. So if I come over here, I can get myself some bone meal. Oh, these are just extra apples. And look at this, I'm just giving an example what this mod could add in, some apple cider. Yeah, I'm just gonna drink this right now, guys. Sorry about the review. Alright, so what are we gonna do? Alright, there we go. This right here is an apple cider. If you guys want to speed the process, you could just get some bone meal and just keep on right clicking, and there you go. After a while, apples just like this will start to grow. If you guys see little baby apples, you could actually speed the process and right click it with bone meal. And this is a very fast way of getting some apples. You just leave the apple tree here. You could probably put some hoppers underneath it so it could collect the apples if it falls down, because you're probably not going to be here in the server. And yes, this is multiplayer compatible, so you could trade these apples for some goods in a server. And I'm actually considering adding this to SCMowns server. I can't believe it. It's at Minecraft 1.6.4, SCMowns server, and I'm going to talk to the creator and see if we could actually add in this mod, because it's amazing. I'll show you guys what I'm thinking about in this server. Oh, actually, I'm going to explain what I'm thinking about with SCMowns server incorporating this mod very soon. So yeah, this is a really fast way of getting some apples, and you're gonna need apples in order to get some apple cider. So let's come over here to show you the next thing. These are bamboos. You can find crazy terrains that is just filled with bamboos in Minecraft. So if I go here to save and quit, go to single player, show you guys this new world. If I fly, oh wait, this is my world, what? Okay, sorry. If I go to single player, go into the bamboo world, there we go. So I'm just flying around in Minecraft, and let me just get out of this forest of bamboo. This is nothing but bamboo, guys. So this is a new biome, I believe. If I press F3, it might just generate in top of another biome. No, actually, it's the bamboo forest biome. So this is a new biome that this mod actually adds in as well. And you can see that there's a bunch of bamboos. Well, what can you do with bamboo, Steven? Well, let's go back to the other world that we were in, and let's talk about what you could do with bamboo. So if I go into this chest right here, I could get myself this iron axe. I don't need any more bone meal. I have enough in my inventory. You could simply chop down this bamboo. Very simple. You just break it, and it's just like a tree. Actually, it's like timber in a way. All of the bamboo just falls straight down. You could collect this, and there you go. You get some bamboos. So with bamboo, you could actually place it back down, but it won't really grow back up unless you get some bamboo sprouts, I believe. Wait, let me get some bone meal. Actually, I have bone meal. So if I get some bone meal, and if I right-click this bamboo, it should be able, actually it has to be fresh bamboo, there we go. You have to right-click fresh bamboo in order to get the bamboo shoot, that's what it is. So in order to get fresh bamboo, you need to, what is it? What do you need to do to get fresh bamboo? I'm not entirely sure how to get fresh bamboo then. Oh, actually, you just have to find a bamboo forest. That's it. Duh, because these are our bamboos. What you do is you go to a fresh bamboo forest, and if you guys want to move bamboos into your house, you simply use bone meal. You break the bamboo shoot and just take this back to your house. So if you take this back to your house, place it down next to your house, after going to a bamboo forest, you could simply right-click this, and you can make your very own bamboo tree. Keep right-clicking the fresh bamboo, and you'll get some more of these shoots, and you get to spread them around and make more of these trees. So there you go. If you guys don't really obtain fresh bamboo, you're just gonna get the regular bamboo that's already cut, which is right here. And you can't really do much with the fresh bamboo, actually the cut bamboo, except for crafting stuff. So here is a regular bamboo, and you can make some bamboo blocks. In order to do that, you just place bamboo like so, and you get a bamboo block. This is used for decorating or making houses with bamboos, which is awesome. There's also bamboo fences. So here's how to make a bamboo fence. You just place bamboo like so, and there you go. You get a nice looking bamboo fence, which I'm displaying around this world. Alright, so you could also make bamboo walls, just in case you want to make some awesome walls for your forest or whatever you want to do. The only way to make that is you just get some bamboo blocks and you place it like so, and you get some bamboo walls. There's also bamboo stairs, you know, just really convenient just for your house. You could just place some bamboo stairs. In order to make that, same thing just like in Minecraft, but you need some bamboo blocks instead. There you go, some bamboo stairs. There's also bamboo slabs. In order to make the slabs, you just place 3 bamboo blocks like so, and you get the slab itself. There's also a door. What do you know? There's also doors for this. So in order to make the door, it's just like in Minecraft, but you have to use bamboo blocks. And there you go. You get yourself the bamboo door. Now this is awesome. Imagine just making a house. Just nothing but bamboo. I'm going to see that a lot in SCMowns server once the server is finally updated. There isn't a release date if you guys are asking that in the comment section below. There's also a bamboo raft. So yeah, this is right here is a bamboo raft. In order to make that, it's just like a boat, but instead using bamboo blocks. You could actually ride this, and it doesn't like, it's not faster than any ordinary boat. It's just a regular boat, but it just looks different. So there I am on the raft, and I could just sit here and drink my apple cider and my other stuff like ale and mead and stuff like that, which I'll show you guys all that stuff very soon. So let me just go ahead and change the time to daytime so the zombies won't come out. Let's get off this raft and see the other stuff this mod adds in. So this right here is the bamboo portion of this mod, and it has nothing to do with making some beverages and stuff. This is just the extra stuff to make some blocks if you want to make something fancy. So anyways, if I come over here, this mod also adds in fish traps. So are you guys tired of using a regular rod, a fishing rod, and normally not catching any fishes? Well, this mod incorporates a trap that could actually catch fishes for you. This right here is the fish trap. There you go. In order to craft this, you just need 4 sticks and 5 string. You place it like so, just a T and some sticks around, and you get yourself a fish trap. With this fish trap, you have to make sure you go underneath the water, and you just place it like so. These fish traps have been here for like a couple of days. I left it here while I was building this whole entire demonstration area for you guys. And let's just go ahead and right click and see what's inside there. Well, with the one we placed right here, if I right click, there's nothing inside there because we just placed it. Give it a Minecraft day, which is like 20 minutes. Come back and you'll see a bunch of stuff such as 35 raw fish, an enchantment book of Smite 2. You get rotten flesh, a saddle. whoa, this is a new way of getting some saddles, guys, so you don't have to go out, find some dungeons. You get some saddles using the fish trap. There's also a name tag, so just in case you want to name your pet, like, you know, you can name your pet whatever you want. So if I go into this fish trap, you can see I got a lily pad, another saddle, enchantment book of blast protection 2, and more raw fish. So no more fishing for us, guys. So if I right click this one comes with some leather boots, and everything is completely random. But I think the majority of stuff you get is just a fish, obviously. I think every single one of these fish traps at least has fish, because that's the main purpose. So you just get a lot of extra stuff. You could sell that in the market. You could sell that on SCMowns server once you get a lot of junk. You could sell it with the players online. And now let's check out the next thing this mod adds in. This mod adds in, found in the forest, beehives. You can find some beehives, but it's kind of glitchy. If you guys see that in the little top, you can see that it's saying honeycomb and it's saying beehive. It's kind of glitched because inside these beehives, believe it or not, are bees and honeycombs. So if I break this, yeah, with my awesome strength, no bees could hurt me because they're afraid of me. You can see that I just got myself some honeycombs, some filled in honeycombs with honey, and some bees right here. So there's bees right here. Now if I break this one, it's just completely random loot. Sometimes you'll just get all bees, and bees is great. You need these. You can't really do much with bees. You can't really right click anywhere. You can't really right click with honeycombs anywhere. But I'll show you guys what you guys could do with these little extra items like honeycombs. So just go around a forest and try to find some honeycombs and just break as much as you can, collect as many as you want, and there we go. This is enough. So once you guys have scavenged the forest and collected as many beehives as you can to collect some bees and some empty honeycombs, what you guys could do is you guys can make yourself a bee house. This right here is my bee house. I put some iron doors so the bees won't come out. If I open this up, you guys might notice that there's some bee boxes here. Inside these bee boxes, I have bees producing honey for me using the empty honeycombs. So in order to make a bee box, all you have to do is just place a crafting, you have to go inside a crafting table and place it like so, some planks, and you get yourself a bee box. Now with this bee box, you can place it anywhere you want. I'm going to place mine right here. I'm going to open this up, and there's a little sign right here for bees. As many bees as you want, you just place it inside there. So once you have placed the bees, what you want to do is grab some empty honeycombs, and you just place it like so. Give it some time, and eventually they're going to be producing honey for you. So if I go into some of these, I've already left some bees here, and what they did was they produced some honey. So with this honey, you can make some mead. So if I open up this chest, I could show you guys what I'm talking about. You grab some filled up honeycombs, you place it like so on a crafting table, and you grab some, and you get some honey, I mean. So then you have some honey, and inside another crafting table, you place honey down, you put water bucket and a bucket, and you get some bucket of mead, and it says young. Oh yes. So now you have some mead. You could actually, oh wait, you can't really drink it yet until you actually make some beverages out of that. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about very soon. So that's how to get some mead. You have to get some honeycombs and get some honey, go to the forest, grab some bees. Another thing you could do, I believe, is you could grab a flower pot and you could simply right click a bee box that is filled with honey, and it should be able to convert itself back into honey, like so. So there we go. If I go into here, then you'll see that 6 of them is gone. Every 6 will get you a honey pot. I don't know why they're all called honey, but this is a honey pot. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 of these combs will produce 1 honey pot. And I'm gonna just leave that back in there and leave some of my combs back in there. So now that is how to get some mead. Now let's see how to get some grapes. This right here is grapes. So I'm going to show you guys how to get some grapes. This is in order to make some wine, which is delicious. Now in order to get grapes, you have to go to a forest and you have to break some of these vines. And randomly they'll drop some grapes, just like so. So with these grapes, you're able to make a farm. This is a grape farm. So to get started, you need to get yourself an iron hoe. You want to get yourself a lead. And with the lead, you're going to craft that into some rope. Rope is very important. Without rope, you can't really make yourself a farm. Now, so you broke vines, you got some grapes. Now with those grapes, you can craft grape seeds. So go into any sort of crafting recipe or crafting table, and you just place the grapes straight into your crafting table and you get some grape seeds. Now what you want to do is grab the lead that you had and place it straight into the crafting table, and you get some ropes. So now I left a empty space for us to demonstrate how to make one of these farms. So what you do is you simply just tile the floor like so. Oops, I messed up on this one. Let me just break that. All right, and place down the dirt. Now if I right click, there we go. So now I have some farmland right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to place some rope. And what you have to do is just simply right click, keep right clicking towards you, and you'll see that you're leading a trail to the other side. So now I am simply making a rope that is stretching to the other side, and there we go. That is it. So now with the grape seeds, simply just place it down on the floor. You could place it in the middle if you want to. Now to speed up the process, you could have some bone meal and just keep right clicking, and you'll see that it just grew right onto the rope. So now what you do is keep on right clicking bone meal to speed up the process onto the bush, and you'll see that it is now expanding outward. There we go. So there we have it. So now we have some grapes, and if you want more onto this rope, you have to get more grapes, which is right here that you see that they're growing. So if I punch this, I could grab some more grapes. I can simply put this in the crafting table and make some more. So let's do this, and let's speed up the process, and there we go. Now we're expanding it. So now we have another place where the grapes are going to be growing, and you can see that grapes are hanging down from the very bottom. So if I punch these, you could grab some more grapes and you could continue on the process. With grapes, you're able to make some grape wine, and I'll show you guys what I'm talking about very soon. But now let's go on to the next thing. So that right there is how to get some delicious grapes. With those grapes, you can make some wine. I'll show you guys how to do that very soon, but let's go and check out the delicious rice, which is over here. So as you guys can see, I have some rice, and if I punch this, I could gather even more rice, and you guys might notice, what's up with the land? Why is it so weird? Well, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about very soon, but if I keep on punching this, I can grab some rice. Now, in order to get some rice, by default, without actually crafting it, you have to go into a field and punch grass. So eventually, when you punch grass, you'll find not only Minecraft normal seeds for wheat, but you'll actually find some rice, and they'll look exactly like this. Now, with rice, you could actually grow more rice if you just place it back down. So every time you break one of these rice wheats, or whatever you want to call them, every time you break the rice that's already grown, you get 2 of them. And you could place even more down. So anyways, how do you get started making some rice? How do you farm that actually? Well, in order to start farming, what you need to do is make sure you have a bucket of water just in case. So sometimes you might not need the water bucket, and sometimes you do. So you guys know when you soil the grass, and you might find some spots that are actually wet soil. That's because you're next to a water source. Well, sometimes that happens here when you're making some rice patties. So let's grab our hoe and simply just right click the ground, and you might notice that everything, oh actually never mind, this is soil and this right here is wet soil, and this one's wet soil too. So let's keep on making more of this soil. And what you want to do now is do it again, because this is just for wheat, but now let's make some rice patties. So keep on right clicking, and right away the wet soil turns into watered, what is it called? Watered rice patties, I believe. They're just perfect, in perfect condition. And anyways, if I keep on right clicking, you'll see that I'm getting more and more of these rice patties. So if you didn't really get lucky and get everything watered, and you have water inside the rice patties, what you want to do is grab some water buckets and simply just right click, and there you go. You have to keep on doing this until all of the land has water, because you can't really grow any rice without having rice patties that are watered. So there you go. Once you have done that, then grab your rice, which you can obtain from the grass over there, or you could actually make your very own farm and grab some more and simply distribute them around your farm, just like so. There we go. So now we have even more, and if I come back over here, I can grab even more. Actually, this is the crafting recipe. I don't want to mess this up. So you guys can now see how to make your very own rice patties and rice, and you could actually speed up the process if you want to using some bone meal. So you just keep on right clicking, and there you go. So you could punch these out, and they're gonna be dried rice lands or rice patties, and you just have to repeat the process. Grab some water right here and simply just fill it back up, and there you go, and you get to make even more rice. So that right there is the process to get some rice. And with rice, what you do is you can make some onigiri. I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce that, but you could get some of these, and eventually with your onigiri or even with your rice, you could actually make some nice sake. So here is some sake, and you could drink that. Delicious. And I'll show you guys how to make the sake very soon. Well, yeah, I can show you how to make the sake very soon. But this right here is the onigiri. You could actually eat this if you need some hunger. If you need some hunger, if you're hungry, then you could actually eat that. Or I believe there's a way of converting that into sake. But we're gonna see later on in this review. So let's come over here, go over here to the left, and you'll see that right here are some hops. So in order to obtain hops, you need to punch more of these vines, and eventually you'll get lucky and you'll get some hops, just like so. Sometimes you'll get grapes, sometimes you'll get hops. It's all random. So here's some grapes. So what you do with hops, by punching vines you get hops, and you could convert that into hop seeds just like what you normally do with grapes. You get some grape seeds. Same thing with hops. You place that inside here and you get some hop seeds. Now with the hop seeds, you can make this right here, a little hop farm. So in order to do that, you have to get more of these ropes, more fences, and make sure that you make it very high so you can make these things grow very, very long. So what I want to do is show you guys how to get this started. So I'm going to get some bone meals, and what I want to do is dig a hole right here so I can see this properly. And what you want to do is just right click the floor. You don't really need a water source. Now you grab some rope, which is right here, some rope, and you simply just right click and bring it all the way down. Once it's all the way down, then grab your hop seeds, which is right here, and right click the tiled or soiled ground, which is right here, the soiled grass. So if you want to speed up the process, you could use some bone meal. Simply right click it and keep on right clicking, and eventually it's going to grow to the very top. So give it some time, and eventually you're going to get some delicious hops. And you can see that there's some right here. So if I punch that, it should be able to fall down onto the floor. Actually, I'm wrong. Don't punch it. That's crazy. So let me just replace that back there. There we go. So I didn't really damage the farm. Dang it, I'm just destroying my farm. So what you want to do is you could just use bone meal, and eventually it's just going to come right off just like apples. I could just simply right click, or actually you could just right click this. Yeah, there we go. You don't punch it. You just right click this. This right here is the hops. Delicious. That is it. You right click this and you should probably get 2 or 3 at a time, and that's how to get some hops. You don't really have to punch it or destroy it. I just messed up. You could use some bone meal and right click the hops and they'll grow very quickly. So if I right click again, there we go. So don't left click them, right click them. Oh look, there's even more. So I right click this and there we go, some hops. So now with all this stuff, you're probably like, Steven, what is all this stuff for? Well, let's see what we can do with them. This right here is a fruit press. You need this in order to make some delicious wine, some delicious cider, some delicious stuff. And let's go and see how to make this fruit press. In order to make that, you just need some planks, which is right here. You need about 5 of them. You need 3 iron and a piston. So in order to power this, you need some redstone. But for me, I'm just going to use a lever. So inside here, I have myself a lever. Get some buckets. I recommend using some buckets. Get as much buckets as you can. I'm going to place this right here. And if you right click, you'll see that it just presses right down, and whatever fruit or whatever, little thing you have down there, it's going to press into a juice. So if you right click this, you'll see that it says fruit press. And what you want to do is get your resources that you've been collecting, like apples, or you could use grapes, or you could probably even use your hops if you want to. Actually, I'm not sure if hops could work. Let's test it with hops. Place that there, and let's smash that. See, it does not work. So it's not with hops. So you can't really use that for hops. I believe hops are for something else. Oh yeah, hops is for something else. So let's grab some apples or some grapes, and you can make some bucket of grape wine, or you can make some apple cider. Let's get some apple cider. I'm gonna grab this stack of apples, right click this, place it right into here, and simply power it up with a lever. And if I right click this, you can see that it's pressing all of the apples one by one, and it's making some delicious apple cider young. So you'll see that this is going to be filled up all the way, and once it's filled up all the way, then grab your bucket and you could collect that. So over here, I've already had one pressing throughout this whole review, and I have some delicious grape wine. And sometimes you might get something extra, such as bone meal. So every time you're pressing, you might get extra bone meal, and this is great because you can use this and recycle that bone meal and use it for your crops. And even if I right click this, you can see that there's some bone meal even in here. While we were compressing the apples, I got some bone meals. So that's awesome. So now you have a bunch of apple cider. What you want to do is collect that using a bucket. You just right click and instantly you should get a bucket of mead. Wait, that's not it. Where's my bucket of, oh, there it is. It's my bucket of apple cider. This mead came from the little bees over there in the honeycombs. All right, so there you go. I got my apple cider. If I come over here and I right click this, you not only get EXP, but you get the grape wine. There we go. Here is the grape wine, which should be, where did it go? Oh, there it is. Now it appears in my inventory. Sometimes it disappears, sometimes it reappears, but here it is. So I got a bucket of grape wine. So that right there is how to make some delicious juice, such as grape wine, and how to make some delicious apple cider. But with the rice and with the other stuff, such as the hops, what do you do with that actually? You can't come over here to the fruit press and use that. Well, there's something else. It's called a brew kettle. This is how to make some sake or some ale. So if I right click this, it looks very intimidating. You're probably wondering what's all this about, but let me show you guys what to do with this. So if I go into here, in order to make one of these brew kettles, you need to use a cauldron because it looks like one. You place that into the straight middle of the crafting table, and right away you get yourself a brew kettle. Grab yourself some flint and steel because you have to power this thing up with fire. And now what you need to do is you have to grab a bucket of water, and you could also use wheat. And grab some wheat, and you can make some bucket of ale with no hops, and it's extended. Or actually, it's just gonna say no hops. So what you wanna do is simply start the fire, make sure you don't burn any houses down, and you go on top of here and you right click with some water. Now if you open this up, you're gonna see there's a lot of water in here, and what you do is grab some wheat and place it like so, and eventually it's gonna be converting itself into ale, and there you go, and you get some more bone meal. So there you go. So while it's doing all this, you're getting some free bone meal, you're converting the water, you're compressing the wheat, you're brewing it all together, getting some ale with no hops, and I'll show you guys what you have to do to get a little bit of hops and to get some delicious stuff right over there. But yeah, look at this. Oh yes, this right here is the ale, and I can just swim in this stuff. So anyways, I never had this actually, so I'm just imagining, I'm just thinking it's really good. So anyways, what I'm gonna do is collect this using an empty bucket, and right when you collect it, you get EXP and you get the bucket of ale. And in order to make a bucket of ale that's hopped, what you need is a regular bucket of ale. I'm gonna place this down, and you grab some hops, and in order to give it some hops, just take all this stuff out, put the hops in, and there you go. Now you have some hopped. So now it's hopped ale. So I believe a hopped ale is going to give you some sort of side effect or something. I'll show you guys what these things do when we go over to that station over there. But now let's see how to make some sake. And what you need is a water bucket and some rice. So let's grab that, some rice, and we don't really need this. So once this is done converting, you could probably have a bunch of these in a Minecraft server, making a bunch of delicious stuff. Now I'm going to collect this. There we go. Now I'm going to grab some water and place it like so. Go back into here by right clicking, and now I'm going to convert rice into some delicious sake, which is young. So what it means by young is that it means it really doesn't have anything. It's just plain old sake. It doesn't really have a taste. It doesn't have a side effect. That's what it means by young. That's what I believe it means. So now with everything that you guys have learned from making farms such as hops and rice and grapes and apple trees and all that stuff, and then once you come over here to the fruit press, and once you compress them down to a delicious delicious drink such as a plain old young sake and a plain old young ale and a plain old young grape wine and stuff that you have to use these things for, such as the brewing kettle, and this is how you get sake and stuff. And yeah, so anyways, once you guys have done all that, once you guys get these buckets, now what you guys could do is make drinks out of it. Hey, you're gonna steal my drinks! So now you can make drinks out of this. Now what I mean by that is you have to use 3 different types of materials, and that is nether warts. So with nether warts, I'm gonna grab this. You can use some redstone, and these will give the kick to your drink. Or you could use glowstone. There we go. You could use either one of them. I think all of them work with nether warts. Some of them don't work with these kicks, which is a redstone kick or a glowstone kick. And what I mean by kick is like enchantment effects. So inside here, you might notice that I have a sake young, which you can get from using rice and water over there. And you simply just right click it into this barrel, like so. You go into here and you'll see that you filled it up. And you can fill it up with 3 buckets. So once you fill it up with 3 buckets in the fermented barrel, and in order to craft the fermented barrel, you just need some planks like so, and you place some iron in the middle, and there you go, you get the fermented barrel. So with the barrel, it takes about 20 minutes to just mix your drink with a kick, which is a nether wart, and you just leave it going. And once you get this little bubbles going and stuff, once this reaches the very top, that's 20 minutes. That's 1 Minecraft day. So you have to leave this on your server for about 20 minutes and eventually come back and you have some delicious drinks, which I have over here. So this was already been prepared. This is ale, which is hopped and it's fermented. What fermented means, that means it has an enchantment. It's already perfected. So if we grab some empty bottles, and let's grab some empty bottles. Where's the bottles? Bottle. There we go. So if we grab some glass bottles, go into regular game mode, what I could do is scoot this all away, and here's a regular hopped young ale, but now it's not hopped young ale anymore, it's actually fermented ale. So if I right click with a glass bottle, It's not going to show up, but that's just a like a bug with this mod. There we go, now it shows up. So if I keep on right clicking, I believe I could get like about a couple of stacks worth, which is 4. And now you can see that they're enchanted bottles. Now the cool thing is these ales are enchanted, and you'll see that they're hopped, they're fermented, and we have a 70% chance of getting tipsy, and we have 45 seconds of haste, and we have 3 minutes of something else. I don't know what that is. But there we go, we have some enchanted ale. And in the wiki of this mod, you'll see that there's a bunch of crafting, there's a bunch of ways to make drinks. You could do it with, you know, apple cider, you could do it with ale, and just come over here and check this out, guys. I'm gonna change the time to times at 0 so you guys can see. And seriously, this mod could be very rewarding in a server because look at all the drinks you can make. There's so many possibilities, guys, and it's using either glowstone dust, redstone, or even nether warts. My favorite's nether warts, and you could get a bunch of these drinks. So from apple cider, you could get this one, which has a absorption for 1 minute and 30 seconds. Absorption, all this is absorption. This is resistance to haste. You have haste with ale. You have speed boost and jump boost with sake, and for mead you have like regeneration for a very long time. So guys, this is very rewarding when you could sell this to your friends in a server. Like, hey, you know, after doing all of this stuff, guys, you can go up to your friend, be like, hey, for 10 diamonds I'll give you this, and you know, you can make some serious profit. That's why I put some gold blocks here. So if I am going to add this to my server, guys, since I know it takes a very long time to make some drinks and, you know, to make some of this wine and beverages, the reward is going to be really nice, such as like probably one of these bottles is going to be worth like 10 iron, you know. There's going to be some good rewards to this, and there's also going to be bars and stuff like that where you could go and purchase some drinks such as ale, and you could drink and you could probably get all dizzy and stuff. Let's drink some of this stuff and see what happens. Let's see if I get a chance of getting drunk. And this is what happens when you get drunk. I believe that you're, oh, there we go, I'm drunk. Oh, whoa, what's going on? Oh, tipsy. Oh man, I am, oh my gosh. Oh, pork chop. Oh, I'm gonna turn into a griefer. Alright guys, so now you guys know this mod. This mod is crazy, and I couldn't really review the last part, which is like how to craft literally all the drinks. You have to go to the wiki and see all that for yourself because there's a bunch of drinks, and it all pays off because you have a bunch of buffs. Look at this. I got nausea, tipsy, I got blindness, I got resistance, I got all this stuff. To get rid of it, you could just drink like milk. Or probably a young drink. Let me see if I could just drink this. Oh no, you can't really drink this stuff. You have to convert these young buckets into actual drinks using these fermented barrels. So anyways, guys, that right there is the mod, and I'm just drunk. And hopefully you guys did enjoy this video. It took forever to review, but I just went ahead and showed you guys pretty much everything that this mod has to offer. And hopefully you guys did enjoy it. If you guys want to hit that like button, it would really mean a lot to me. If you guys want this on my server, be sure to post a comment, and we'll see if we could add this onto the server and stuff. And also, if you guys hit about 1,000 likes, we'll release the auto installer for this mod, which will be amazing. And yeah, so just hit that like button and all that other stuff. If you guys want to enter a weekly giveaway, be sure to check the description for more information. Join Ownage Network and all that stuff. If you guys are interested to see how to install this mod, well then, let's go ahead and see how to install this mod. This mod is very easy to install. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, so let's go ahead and install this mod. This mod is very easy to install, so we shouldn't have ourselves any issues. What you guys are going to do is get the downloads in my description, or click on the annotation around this video where it'll take you to my website and get the downloads, which is Minecraft Forge 1.6.4 installer and the GrowthCraft mod. So once you guys get the download, drag it here to the desktop in which you can see it better, and let's download Minecraft 1.6.4. In order to do that, you're going to double click Minecraft's launcher. Once you have done that, give it some time, and now you're going to go here to profile. It's going to say your username. Go here to edit profile and go here to use version and select release 1.6.4 in order to download Minecraft 1.6.4. Click on save profile, then you press play. Once you have done that, you have downloaded Minecraft 1.6.4. Now quit game. Once you have done that, you're going to go here to Minecraft's Forge installer, double click that application. This window is going to pop out saying mod system installer. Click on install client and then press OK again. Once you have done that, this window is going to come out saying complete. Press OK. Okay. So once you press OK, then you are now able to install the mod because you have successfully installed Minecraft Forge 1.6.4. In order to install this mod, what you have to do is download the zip. Now let's locate our .minecraft folder. In order to locate that, you go here to the bottom left corner of Windows, click on Start. You're going to search in %app-data%, and once you search that, you're going to go here to the roaming folder. So click on that roaming folder, and you're going to see right here .minecraft folder at the very top. Go into that folder, and you should see a bunch of other folders. What you're going to do inside the .minecraft folder is create yourself a new folder and call it mods, M-O-D-S, and press enter. So inside the .minecraft folder, make a new folder, call it mods, and go into that folder. Once you have done that, open up the GrowthCraft zip. So once you have done that, open that up, and simply drag over all of the contents, all of these zips that are inside the GrowthCraft zip, simply into the mods folder. Once you have done that, guys, you have successfully installed this mod. So now what you guys want to do is run Minecraft's launcher, give it some time, and you're going to go here to profile. Actually, it's going to probably tell you to log back in, or you could just go here to profile, click forge, now log back in, then press play. Once you have done that, it's going to tell you that you have 14 mods loaded, and once it says that, you're good to go. So let me expand this window so you guys can see. Actually, it says 12 mods loaded. So once it says 12 mods loaded, you're here to go here to the mods tab, and you can see all of the mods that have been loaded, such as the apple bamboo bees and fish trap and all this other stuff that this mod adds in. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this tutorial, and thank you so much for watching this video towards the very end. You rule. So post a comment of what other mod review to do next, and thanks for watching. See you guys later.